Another headliner. Hancock seeks a special meeting with our hero, the Silver Shroud. Whatever it's about, be careful, Shroud. We're all with you.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud.
There's no question about the Mechanist's talent. My systems are 100% compatible with this radar
So,
beacon.
you ready to get this show on the road?
Never achieved.
Hancock.
Look who it is. We heading out again?
Let's do it.
Done.
Heads up. Heads up.
Just say the word. Playing dress-up is fun and all, but you walked into something a whole lot bigger. Those lowlifes you've been taking out for Kenny Boy, they all belong to the same asshole. And that asshole's gonna want some good old-fashioned revenge. You dig?
Thanks for the warning.
You know, it would be a shame if he ended you. His name's St. John. I happen to know where some of his other... And Northy's got a pad over at Prospect Hill. You take them out, and maybe we can find out where the big guy himself is stashed. Good neighbor'd rest a whole lot easier with him out of the picture.
I'm up for some community service.
You know you're all right. You take care of St. John, and I'm inclined to show some gratitude. You feel me? What you got? Get after it. Come out here.
Glad you could all. If it isn't the boy behind the costume. Making all my friends so nervous with your calling cards. Taking out St. John's favorite toy soldiers. But now it's time to rip your goddamned heart out!
One more.
Galaxy News Radio.
Here's a Silver Shroud update. In case you missed it, Kendra's reign of terror is over. She won't be... What? Oh, God, what's happening?
On your knees, dirtbag.
What are you doing? What? Ah!
St. John, all clear.
This is the Shroud's headquarters. So you must be the Silver Shroud's little friend.
Oh, it's you. Yes. Oh, sugar. I told Kent all that hero stuff was going to get you both killed.
If you want to see your friend alive, Shroud,
God. Oh,
meet
God.
me at Milton General Hospital. Don't do it, Shroud. It's a trap. Save yourself.
Calm yourself.
Oh my
The
God.
Shroud
Do it,
is
Shroud.
here to help.
Do it.
Please,
On my knees.
stop. That's what got
Get
Kent
down,
into
Shroud.
trouble in the first
Don't
place.
keep me waiting.
A dozen
Got
raiders
business.
barged
He's
in and
finished.
snatched him. When
Here's
they
the Silver Shroud
took him
update.
away, they
In case you
left
missed
you a
it,
message.
Kendra's reign of
Just
terror is
listen to
over.
Kent's radio
She
station.
won't be...
It keeps playing it over and over again.
Oh, God, what's happening?
On your knees, dirtbag.
What are you doing? What? Ah!
St. John, all clear.
This is the Shroud's headquarters. So you must be the Silver Shroud's little friend.
Better keep your iron straight. Friendly advice.
If you want to see your friend alive, Shroud, meet me at Milton General Hospital. it, Shroud! Do it! On my knee! Ah.
Someone there? What the?
This is just the waiting room. Oh,
Someone dirty and disreputable, I shouldn't wonder. Beastly nuisance. And that's going down.
so, seems you know how to hold.
Shit. Lost him.
Well, I know you're here. We'll find you.
Going down. Second floor.
What's that?
Open fire! You having fun? Huh? You look like the wish all day. A nightmare. Pretty well, brother.
Going down. Ground floor. Ground floor. Going down. Basement.
Nice.
The jet will make you jittery. Guess they were right.
Nothing. Looks that way. Everything's starting to sound like footsteps these days.
Going down. Ground floor. Ground floor. Going Going down. Basement. Basement. Going down. Second floor.
What the fuck was that? Who's that? Fucking hide from me. Yep.
Say it again. Hold, assholes. Anyone turns heel, I'm coming for you and your family. And you, Shroud, you step any closer, and we get to see what's inside Kent's head.
What do you want, St. John?
We'll get to that. Some of these losers think you're some sort of legend. Like you walked straight out of a comic book. But you and I know, you're human. And you're weak. You came here and for what? Your little sidekick?
So you're the strong one?
Yeah. Because I don't give a damn about anyone or anything. There's nothing I wouldn't do to win. So what's gonna happen is this. I'm going to kill Kent. Then we're gonna shoot the hell out of you. Nothing's gonna be left but paste. Then, I'm going to Good Neighbor. Kill every last worthless bastard there, and burn the whole thing down. No one screws with St. John.
You know what would really get to Kent? Killing his friend, his hero, right in front of him.
Enjoy the show, Kent. After I'm done with the Shroud, you're next.
Kent.
I've never been so happy to see anyone in my entire life.
Kent.
I've never been so happy to see anyone in my entire life.
Are you all right?
My leg is killing me. But it could have been so much worse. I just give up. On all of it. Crime fighting just isn't what I thought it'd be.
Really? After all this, you're just giving up?
I knew it was bad out there. But this... I don't even think the Silver Shroud himself could fix this disaster area.
If you just quit, then the bad guys have already won.
You're right. But I'm tired. I just want to go home. I'm going back to good neighbor. Really, thanks for saving me. But I'm just done.
Kent.
I just need time to recover, you know?
Going down. Second floor.
Look alive.
What?
Hey, Hancock.
To think I ever doubted you.
Oh yeah? What kind of doubts?
You kidding me? You look like you'd fallen out of the vault that day. I thought I'd see you picking your teeth out of the gutter by sunup. It's just real rare these days. Find someone who's not willing to take things the way they're handed to them. Too many good folks not willing to get their hands dirty. And too many assholes taking advantage of it. Look at what happened at Diamond City. Before McDonough took over, it was a half-decent place to live. A little stricter than I usually go for, but not terrible. I thought he and I had a pretty happy childhood. But then he decides he's gonna try and get elected with his anti-ghoul crusade. Mankind for McDonough. Before you know it, you got families with kids lining up to drag folks they called neighbor out of their homes and throw them to the ruins.
You and McDonough knew each other as kids?
Oh yeah. Guy's my brother. Grew up together in a little shack on the waterfront. Guy was the standard big brother. Entitled, punchy, liked to shove rotten potatoes down my shirt, slap my back. But I never thought he'd be capable of something like what they did to those ghouls.
Why did McDonough campaign against the ghouls?
Because he thought he could win. There'd always been a pretty clear divide between the folks living in the stands and those down on the field. I'm not convinced they didn't do it just to improve their view. I remember storming into his office above the stands after the inauguration speech. He was just standing there, staring out the window, watching as the city turned on the ghouls. He didn't even look at me. Just said, "I did it, John. It's finally mine." Should have killed him right there, but I don't think it would have changed anything. Instead, I pleaded with him, begged him to call it off. He said he couldn't. He had nothing against the ghouls. He was just carrying out the will of the people. And he couldn't betray the voters. And then he smiled. That hideous fucking mile-long smile. He never smiled like that when we were kids. I didn't even recognize him.
What do you mean you didn't recognize him?
I don't know, just didn't seem like the guy I grew up with. Guess that all makes sense now, knowing that he was with the Institute. But honestly, I think I'm more angry now. I mean, where do I draw the line? Was the guy I grew up with the amoral piece of trash who gave the ghouls the boot? Or was that just some synth making a play for the city? Have I been hating the guy all these years for nothing? Almost makes me wish I didn't know. At the time, though, I just couldn't wait to get away from him and his whole damn constituency.
He murdered those ghouls.
Him and that whole damn city. I still wasn't a ghoul at this point, so I didn't have to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to stay in that cesspool after that. I'd been sneaking off the Good Neighbor for years to get decent chems, so I knew the safe routes. I managed to track down a couple of the families, lead them there, but most couldn't get used to the Good Neighbor lifestyle. I brought them food for a couple of weeks, but after a while, they just disappeared. Folks in Diamond City signed their death warrants, and all the good people were willing to just sit by and watch. I felt like I was the only one who saw how screwed up things truly were, who couldn't just pretend things were fine. Still feel that way. Or I did. Until I met you. I know I run my mouth, but having someone who sees the world for what it is, and is willing to do something about it, it's meant a lot to me. I feel damn lucky to have you as a friend.
I feel exactly the same, Hancock. It's been a hell of a ride thus far.
Then here's to a long road, with plenty of ammo. Well, thanks for hearing me out. You probably weren't looking for a history lesson, were ya? You wanna hit the road?
Look alive.
I just need time to recover, you know?
Job's done. St. John's dead.
So down goes the big bad St. John. We get to walk that tightrope of freedom one more day. Take this for the effort.
You have any other work?
You've done plenty of work already, pal. Ah, Kent, my man. Why the long face? You got what you wanted.
I was tortured. Almost died. It's not like the radio plays at all.
Hey, who hasn't been tortured from time to time? The price of throwing down with the man is always a few scars. Pick yourself up. Good Neighbor's just a bit safer thanks to the two of you.
What would the Shroud be without his faithful friend, Rhett Reinhardt?
This means a lot to me. I'm gonna need some time to heal, you know? But then I got a special project in mind, just for you. I'll fire up my radio station if I make any progress.
Fred Allen at the Hotel Rexford. He can hook you up with details. Irma at the mem.
Hey.
Got my... You're looking a bit on edge.
It's time we part ways.
Just when we were having...
You're the one that wants to use G519's body? I just don't have the caps to keep her alive anymore. Life support ain't easy or cheap, you know? I was gonna pull the plug on her. What you're proposing sounds a little better. Better than letting her rot.
What do you think she would have wanted?
Damned if I know. It's not like I even knew her before. Since G5 has no one else, for what it's worth, you have my consent.
Thank you. I know this must be difficult.
Yeah. I'll leave you to it.
Curie, let's begin. Curie, terminate all non-essential operations.
Affirmative.
All right. Connection complete. I have access to your friend's memories. G5's already been prepped, so this shouldn't take long. Yes. There.
My chest... What is happening?
Just breathe. It's an autonomic function. Just let your body do what it must.
I feel so strange.
Listen to me. Can you hear me? What is your name?
My designation is Contagions, Vulnerability, Robotic, Infirmary Engineer. Or Curie.
You had me worried there.
Do not concern yourself. I feel better now.
Good. Very good. Now let's test some cognitive functions. What is 1 + 2?
3.
If I threw a baseball at your head, what would you do?
Move.
Think of a strong memory. The first that comes to mind. Tell me about it.
Dr. Burrow was very old. He was the last living scientist in my section of Vault 81. He was on his bed, very weak. He said to me, "Curie, you must..." And he died before he finished the sentence. Oh, my insides feel peculiar. What is that?
Are you okay, Curie?
I feel functional, but this feeling, my chest is tight. Poor Dr. Burrow.
The operation appears successful. But I think it will take a lot of adjustment for your new friend. She may need your help to make the transition.
Thank you, Doctor, for this opportunity.
The Institute is finally gone. We can all breathe easier without them lurking in everyone's lives. Thank you.
Hey.
Do you need... Remember, to breathe. I keep thinking if I forget to do this, no more Curie. And suddenly, all this excitement we do, there is an element of something new. What if my arm is blown off? It is not so simple to repair this now.
Don't worry. I'll keep you safe.
That makes me feel better. Calm. I will be fine. It is coming to me. Quickly, I hope. Just bear with me. I am sure my research will blossom with this magnificent new hardware. We must find the men of science and institutes of learning. Surely they are out there still.
Hey.
You need something, yes?